On to another edition of Deconversion Stories, and today I have the pleasure of chatting with Sunny Shell right over here, who is I guess was he a member of Skeptic Haven or just one of the hosts of one of the shows, and also women or atheist women out loud, or
women atheist unload. Yeah.
Yes, something like that. Yes, and I had the pleasure actually of being on your show, I guess back in 2020.
Yep,
and I'm kind of shocked it took this long to have you on here. So
I know that was really funny. We both noticed that from our Twitter. Yes, it's like, wow, that long.
Yeah, it has been that long, but definitely great to have you on the show finally, and hopefully you'll thrill us all with the exciting journey away from your previous belief systems.
Yeah.
Which is basically what we do here. And as I said earlier, also, you know what? Before we get going, I have to get something off my chest.
Uh-oh.
I'm a huge fan of Sasha Sagan, and you just had her and Shannon Q on your show talking about all kinds of stuff.
Beat her up, Neil.
And I just kind of want to know, how does somebody get a hold of someone like Sasha Sagan?
You just email her.
Really? It's that simple.
Yep. It's actually the second time I've had her on.
Oh, well, okay.
In your face, she's
Neil. So great. Like she's I just literally finished her book, Small Creatures Such as We, or whatever.
Yes.
Which is, it was so good. Actually, it was on Audible, but
that's actually how I have it as well. And that's when I had her on, was to talk about that book. That was the first time she was on my show. The second time with Shannon Q, we were talking about how to deal with death and grief as atheists.
Right.
And that was so fantastic. What a great show. She's awesome. I have a girl crush on her. Big time. She's totally fantastic.
She's married.
And so am I, but that's okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
She's still awesome.
Fair, yeah, I agree, 100%.
Hasn't stopped women from trying to steal my wife this entire time. Jenna, Brenna, and all the other ladies after my Kristen, leave her be.
All the other Ennas.
Yeah, all the Ennas. Never trust an Enna.
Yeah, for sure, right? I was going to say something. I totally see. This is what getting old does to you, man. It just sucks.
I'm also.
You know what? Really, I go to restaurants now, and all these seniors menu parts are like 55 and older, and I'm like, damn it.
Neil, just lie.
I don't want liver and onions, thank you.
Yeah, you wake up one day, and all of a sudden you're the creepy old dude, right?
Creepy old dude. That's me. Yep, there you go. In a nutshell, right there. Help! How'd I get in this nutshell?
Would you like our grunge special, sir? We figured it was more age appropriate for you.
You mean the hair metal burger?
Yeah.
I don't want hair metal burger. But,
we have a kiss burger. Would you like that, sir? Is that good for you? Do you want tater tots all night? Try our tater tot all night.
Refillable, then. All right. I'm like unlimited fries because they know that'll fill you up, and you won't.
We stop serving them at 7 when you guys go to bed.
That's right. All right. Well, I got lots of folks in the chat. Stick around, folks. There is a link to the after party because we'll have Sunny will join us for a little bit in the after party. She can come and say hello afterwards. But anyway, Sunny, why don't you take us on that journey of how you found your way out of your previous beliefs?
All right. Well, I started out in the Seventh-day Adventist Church. That's my parents were a part of that. My grandparents were a part of that. In fact,
pause. What's their deal? What's the recipe for like the Seventh-day Adventists? I know they have church on Saturday, right?
Yeah, they have church on Saturday. They're very much like the Mormons.
Whoa.
Okay.
There's a little bit of difference, but the two leaders are very similar. The two people, except that in the Mormons it was a male, and in the Seventh-day Adventist it was a woman who started it. She was kind of crazy.
You see?
Yeah. Hey, student, Dr. Ben, SDB, love him. But yeah, so it's very interesting. So my parents actually went to a university that was tied to the church. That's how they met. And so I grew up in that religion, and we left that church when my parents and myself, we were very, very poor. And my dad had gone to a financial planner to try to figure out a way to feed his family. And the the financial planner said, "You're giving all this money in tithing. You're giving more money in tithing that you have coming in. Do you think God would want you to feed your kids or give to that church?" And something just kind of clicked, and it started to unravel for him. Just that one thing just kind of started to unravel. He didn't give up his belief at that time, but he just thought that that church wasn't right because it was requiring, you had to work, your job was for the church. You went to school with the church. Everything was centered around the church. Right. And it was it's kind of like, it reminds me a little bit of the Jehovah's Witnesses, in that it kind of takes up all of your life. And that's what it did for my family. So it kind of started to unravel. Now, there wasn't anything like disfellowshipping or anything like that, shunning. But my parents fell away from that. And then it was kind of a free-for-all church thing. We just kind of went to any denomination, any church. And I started just going with friends to Vacation Bible School, those type of things. And
how the hell can you put vacation and Bible in the same sentence? I'll never understand
that. Absolutely ridiculous. It was, they try to make it fun while they indoctrinate kids, but
let's sing these songs, guys, so you can memorize the Bible verses better.
Yep. Let's throw in a bit of guilt and shame on there, and let's have fun. So yeah, it was the whole time I was growing up, it kind of felt like there was always something standing over my shoulder, if that makes sense. Everything I did, it felt like I was being watched by this person, this higher power. But eventually my parents stopped going to church at all. And they would say things like, so I still believe in God, but you don't have to go to church. God can be with you anywhere you are.
Oh, allegedly, sure.
And the biggest thing you can do, or the best thing you can do, is just try to be a better person. Try to leave this world in a better place than how you found it. And I still kept going to church, though. And in high school, I live in a very southern rural community, and the Southern Baptists are the big thing. And so I was in a relationship, had a boyfriend, and so I started going to his family's Southern Baptist church, and I became a Southern Baptist, which was like, go from the pan into the fire. It was, it was, it was pretty intense. And
guilt, did you say?
Yeah, exactly. It was not good. And the relationship was an abusive one, and his mother knew that it was abusive and told me that it was my responsibility to grow as a Christian girl, and that by my walk with the Lord and my praying, that it would bring him out of his, the fact that he was abusive and manipulative and gaslighting and all that stuff. It was because I wasn't being a good enough Christian girl. And that she would love for us to get married one day if I could just get him. That's kind of like the test to get him back on track and to get him to be a better person.
How did they square that one?
I have no idea, but she even had the pastor and the pastor's wife. I wanted to be baptized. I had never been baptized. And they said that they couldn't baptize me because I had not done what I should do by bringing him back into the fold, I guess. It was just really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, a lot of the stuff is weird. So
it is, but it's also very misogynistic.
oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Women are supposed to, on one hand, be submissive and let the man take the lead, but then we're also supposed to be a good, godly Christian girl and make sure that the man is following his godly path. So I can't win for losing. I'm fucked no matter what.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yes, you
that
are.
yeah, exactly. And that just kind of started me wondering if this was reality. I mean, it just felt like every which way that I turned, I was
Wrong.
doing something wrong.
Yep.
And so I started looking for something else. I ended that relationship, thank goodness, and stopped going to church at all. And I ended up going back into the church after, when I got a little older. A friend of mine convinced me that I needed to get right with God. And she was on me and on me and on me about it all the time. And I remember one day I was just really upset and I went into the bathroom at work and I said, God, if you're real, if there's anything to this, please give me a sign. And I just started crying.
Oh.
And
Why did the stop sign fall from the ceiling?
All the toilets flushed at the same time.
I wish something like that would have happened, but no, it was just my brain, just my stupid brain, wanting something so bad that I created a feeling.
Yep.
You know, this feeling like I was being hugged or enveloped by a spirit or something like that. It was just my brain. I wanted it so bad. So I went back into the church and I was in, this time it was a non-denominational church, which is pretty crazy. And I remember specifically when I stopped with that, there were two big things that happened. One is that I had a miscarriage, and she told me that I needed to go to the church had like this support group, Christian support group for people who had miscarriages or abortions. And I had an abortion back in high school. And so I go to this thing and it's all about how we need to ask forgiveness and that the reason the miscarriage happened was because of the abortion.
Oh, come
And
on.
Oh, fuck, are you kidding?
Oh,
it was a
come
whole,
on.
we had an entire workbook that we had to fill out of, like weekly. We would go weekly and we had to atone for our sin. We had to name the baby that we had aborted, and we were supposed to go through this ceremony of, and it, then that would cleanse us and get us right with God again. And it was the most horrible thing that I had been through up until that time. And
how could they? I don't get, like, naming the baby that you aborted. Doesn't that just add to the traumatic shit that you're already going through?
Yeah, exactly.
And
But
they don't really care, right? So.
no, because we had, in their view, we had murdered an unborn baby.
Oh, of course.
We had murdered. And so, we can't be charged with murder and go to prison. So what we need to do is spend the rest of our lives, understanding the sin that we did and working to atone for it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're supposed to do.
Sin.
It's absolutely horrific. And there's women who go through this. I mean, millions of women go through this because of religious indoctrination. And I think that for me was just the last straw. I couldn't do it anymore.
Right.
Well, they don't have to worry about it anymore because now the Roe v. Wade got overturned,
Exactly. That is really, really pissing me off because
yes.
There's going to be deaths. There's going to be real deaths and children having babies that shouldn't. And it's just so ridiculous. But I remember that I went to my parents after this. My dad and I were really close before he died. And I learned that my parents were atheists.
Ha! Oh.
Yep. They had.
Wait, hold it. The same parents that were telling you, we still believe in God, but we don't go to church. And all of a sudden they come out, oh, by the way, we're now atheists.
Yep. It just took them several years to go from being Seventh-day Adventist all the way to being atheist.
Guess they hit that seventh day and went, "Oh fuck this."
Yeah, exactly.
The seventh year is really the strongest one, and for a lot of people, it's just not their thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's out of there.
So they, I wasn't quite ready to be an atheist. I had a little bit more to go because I still had all this shame and guilt.
Sure. Yeah.
But
It's hard to
it
get rid
did,
of.
yeah, atheism did at least feel safer. You know, now that I knew my parents didn't believe. They didn't label themselves atheists. They just said they don't believe anymore.
Right. Which is
Right.
technically
And-
what that is, but you don't have to use the label if you don't.
Right. Exactly. So I ended up going into things like I tried Wiccan, the Wiccan tradition for a while. I explored a lot of that. And then that was just too hooky for me. Being in these covens and, you know, you're honoring east, south, northwest, and
Hang on.
fire and water and
Earth, wind, and fire.
Yeah.
South by
Casting
Southwest.
Exactly. You know, you cast your
Sure.
circle and your cone of safety and all that kind of stuff. And it just became a little bit too woo. It was just, I'm like, what the hell am I doing?
The cone of safety, like when your dog comes back from the vet and he has to wear the cone of safety.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry,
I
Wiccans
know.
are getting these jokes too. Sorry, Wiccans. Get over yourselves.
No, that's the cone of power.
Tower of power, cone of shame.
Yeah, exactly. So I left
Fucking
that.
train. Sorry.
That's okay. That was kind of a good time for that. We have sound effects.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
Ooh,
the
ooh.
woo.
Atheist train coming through.
Lend
Hop
me your
on board, all
strength.
you non-believers.
So I was with that for a while, and then I went into Buddhism, and then I went into secular
Oh.
Buddhism.
Right.
And that lasted for a good long while. And I still really have an affinity for the secular Buddhism just because of the idea of loving kindness and compassion
Of
and
course.
thinking about your actions, your words and your actions and how they impact other people. And so I still have some iconography from my days as a secular Buddhist. It's just that now I just cannot deal with anything that is not based in reality.
Right.
And I just can't. So it took me quite a long time, but I managed to find my way out. And now I am in a very, very religious community. I work for a nonprofit in a very religious community. So I have my pseudonym, which is Sunny Shell. That's not my real name. And
No.
hey, it sounds. And I keep this. This is my self-care. I have to do this. And in fact, I would say that the religious people that are around me and being faced with religion all the time has actually pushed me. It helped to push me right into atheism because I just cannot stand it. And so I have to cleanse myself of all that shit and listen to atheist podcast. And suddenly I have the opportunity to be a YouTube content creator. So that's what I need to do. This makes me sane and whole.
Holy shit. It's like, buddy, you're not crossing any roads right now. So why is the horn going off? Unbelievable.
It's like, dude, you're parking.
No, he's literally in the other train yard. They pick up all the cars and shit that come off the boats, and then they come right by our place, right to the other side. It goes across the river, and then they drop all the shit off on
What
the
if
other
he
side.
hits
And,
a?
like,
What if?
there's no crossroads there?
What
Well,
if he
there's
hits a
one, but
boat?
He's on a bridge.
He's narcissistic and wants everyone to know he's coming through.
You just cleaned that train. You got to come look at it. Come look, everybody.
Just
Come
gonna
look.
piss off all the neighbors.
Come look, everyone.
You'll see Trump written on the side of that train. You will see Trump. That's who it is.
Luckily, Neil's in BC, in the kinder, wiser country up north. So maybe Justin Trudeau's on there. He's got pictures of his butt. Parented all over the
Please,
side.
enough. We don't need that. We don't need that.
Like the roundness of the choo-choo is just like his butt and some jeans. Some gray sweatpants. We're having fun.
Yeah, we are. We went right from Buddhism into butts. Makes total sense to me.
It's typically how it ends up.
Oh, hold on a second here.
Tale as old as time.
So Farron wants to know if I got the Lego set. What the hell happened to it?
Good question.
Oh, it's over there. Yes, I did. The one with the vulture, Spider-Man vulture one. If that was you, Farron, because it didn't have any names attached to it, not even a note or anything. If that was you, thank you, my friend. That was awesome, by the way.
Oh, how cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, well, I collect Lego, as you can see the Leaning Tower of Lego right there.
Mm-hmm.
None of it's built. Well, there's a couple built, but hold on.
Won't be long now until Neil will be calling us from the cave-in.
Help! I'm buried under Lego!
He's like, I'm trying to build the forklift Lego to get myself out.
Which is one of the reasons I picked some of these sets is because of the minifigures that come with it, right? So there's a drone thingy, and there's the vulture from the Spider-Man No Way Home movie. Yeah, and it's badass, and it's got Spider-Man in a unique outfit too. So this is the main reason I wanted this set was the two minifigures. So.
Well,
it's the minifigures that are worth all the money, by the way.
But don't you have to keep them in the box and not open it for it to really be valuable?
No.
Okay.
With Lego, because nobody does that.
I'm going to do it.
Speaking of Spooderman, Color Me Satanist over on Twitch says, Spooderman. Yes, I just got my brand new spider today. Came in this little tube from Ontario, and I set her up and redid the little habitat that I made for her. And I don't know where she is, but oh, there she is. Little jumping spider. It's kind of hard to see her, but she's like right there.
Oh, I see. Yep.
Right there. So she's had a long journey, and I threw a little water in there for her, and I've got to get. I don't have any feeders yet for her, and I was running around like an idiot out front trying to catch flies. But I will go to the pet store tomorrow and get the little micro crickets and chuck one in there for her.
I haven't figured a whole bunch of those. I could have sent you some.
Just package them up and ship them my way. I'll probably be ordering they call them spikes, like the blue and green bottlefly spikes. They're little tiny, the larval phase basically, and then feed her those. Yep, maggots. Yep, that's right. Well, spikes they call them in the spooder world. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, I love them, and they're so fun because they're super friendly and curious, and they'll jump on your hand and they'll look up at you, and they got those two giant eyes, right? Because they have the best eyesight out of all the spiders. And she's already charmed me, and she's been here for like 2 hours. So.
That's how it starts, Neil.
Yeah, I know.
Those doughy 8 eyes looking up at you.
Yeah, that's right.
First it's crickets, then it's a new car. It never ends.
Then she divorces you and takes all your money.
Damn crickets.
Yeah. Still stuck in the cave because in the forklift he ordered turned out to be fart lift.
Tried to build your way out. You have to build a hospital. Build a cast. Thank God I have this cast Lego set I can rip open.
I'll be like the MacGyver with Lego. Yeah. She's so cute, though.
I reckon you could probably build a proper house out of Lego if you just kind of super glued the outsides. If you made it as thick as a 2x4, I mean,
you could. Yeah, work. There's a guy that built an entire house out of Lego. even the furniture and everything. And there was a
Now,
telephone
see-
that worked that was made out of Lego.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you have to put in like 2 yellow bricks? Was it like a payphone where you have to put in 2 bricks every time you want to make a call?
No, but it had big number push buttons on it, and they actually had,
gosh.
you can see it was hooked up to the line, like a landline sort of thing. Yeah, I watched this on some video, or
That's
on TV
funny.
actually some years back.
So it was
The
the
door
size
opened.
of a real house.
Yeah, it was 2 stories.
Did it have a basement?
Yeah, it had a basement, it had a garage,
Oh,
it had
come on.
2 bedrooms upstairs, a kitchen, living area, and a den downstairs where the basement part.
Where there was probably what? Let me guess, a Lego room. A room for putting Lego together.
What's the toilet paper made out of?
Those green sheets that you always
mean-
used for like the field when you made like your little soccer.
Oh, base plates. Yeah, Lego base plates for toilet paper. You think stepping on Lego hurts? Let me tell you something.
Have you tried this?
It gets worse, everybody. Let's just say that. Ever since the
No,
incident.
I do not think the water pipes were made out of Lego. That probably wouldn't work. But
Oh, so he's faking it. Okay.
considering the cost of Lego, it's probably the most expensive house on the planet.
Right.
That's so true.
$17
So
trillion house.
Yeah. I would totally live in it. But I don't think. I think it was just some sort of a shtick that they did it, and it's probably been disassembled by now.
That's crazy, though. All that time and effort.
one stud shooter bidet.
He probably found something.
So I'm
new
at
to
the
get
hospital
into.
getting the bricks removed.
Yeah. Damn.
Sir, I don't normally ask questions when we're doing removals of things like this, but is that a Millennium Falcon? Is that?
No, it's a Centennial Osprey
Yes. From Star Wars.
from Star
Oh
Wars.
my gosh.
Yeah.
I want to see the look on the face of the person at the medical records office who just has to transcribe all of the notes.
Let's just see what we
That
got
was tough.
here. Neil. Okay, Neil.
Lego up the poop chute.
Lego Leaning Tower of Pisa in. This can't be right. This can't be right. Stop letting Jeremy do his own paperwork. There's no way that says that's what that says. Sick of Jeremy taking shortcuts.
The toilet is made of Lego bricks. Too many questions, people. I have no idea how they deal with it. I think it was just a shtick that they did, and they built the thing, and it's gone now.
Yeah, the
Aluminum
world
seagull.
wants to know more.
Inquiry
about
minds.
this. This is extremely important. We have to know.
We
I
thought
want
we
to be
didn't.
at that house.
We thought we didn't care, but we were wrong. We're much more invested now that we've thought about this.
Actually, one of the funniest things I think is they call it dad training, and they have like a treadmill that they put Lego pieces on, and you're supposed to run on the Lego pieces on the treadmill just to get used to it because you have kids coming.
Oh my gosh, that's just torture. That is absolute torture.
I think I might give my kid Minecraft instead of Lego. Now that you said that.
Hey, they make Lego Minecraft.
No, shh, she might hear you.
Your plan is foiled.
What are you trying to do? Wake her
And
up?
I'm just sitting back going,
Now listen to Uncle Neil.
They got those two idiots. I think they were on YouTube. I saw them. They blindfolded themselves and turned out the lights even. Like, why? If you're blindfolded, and then walk through a room full of Lego, and they had to get to the other side to get their prize. Like, shit, somebody put one of them Batman helmets in here, and now it's stuck in my heel.
Oh my god. The
Might as well
sharpest thing
just-
possible.
Just have a room full of mouse traps and walk through it and get snapped by the mouse traps. That would be just as fun as walking on Legos.
That's like, didn't they do that in Jackass?
Yep.
Yeah. I see. That just
course
sounds
they
like
did.
pain.
Yeah.
Just
course they did.
pain.
Oh.
Ultimate pain.
So, Sunny, now that we've totally gone off topic here,
Yeah.
But Lego always comes up because it just everyone sees that and they go, "What's that?" And they go, "It's boxes of Lego." I have tons of fucking Lego. Anyway, so what is it like now? Like, how did you get involved with Skeptic Haven and stuff like that, with like Phil and everybody?
Well, it's kind of an interesting story. I was friends with Wes on Facebook for a very long time.
I'm sorry.
Poor Wes.
I know. And
Love you, Wes.
he had, I don't remember exactly how he told me about a show that he was producer on, but it was Empathetic Atheist and the EA show. And
oh yes, now what does he go by now? I don't know how the hell it happened, but he's like a Muslim now.
Yeah.
Like, what? Justin.
Yeah.
Justin.
Yeah.
That's different now.
Yeah. So well before then, he asked me if I wanted to come on. I think he was having Aaron Raw on, and they were doing an after party. Mm-hmm. And so I got to go on. It was the first time I'd ever been on anything, and it was just in the after party, and it was so exhilarating in a way. It was like I get to talk to other people who are actually atheists and really cool people I've been watching on YouTube and hearing in podcasts, and it felt very far away from me until I was able to do that. And so Wes asked me if I wanted to come on a show, and pretty soon I'm doing shows with him there. And then that whole thing fell apart, obviously. But a couple of them behind the scenes were thinking about starting their own channel. And that's how the Skeptic Haven came about. And he asked me if I wanted to be a part of it. And I said, absolutely. And at first I was co-host on The Crucible. And then the main host needed to do other, he had some personal, things, just getting busy and stuff, and wasn't able to do it. And they asked me if I wanted to take over. I said, sure. Eventually we changed the name from Crucible to The Sunny Spot. And so that's kind of how that started. I was also on with Tang for a little bit. I did some stuff with Tang.
Oh, so sorry to hear that. Oh, man.
Or should I say, it's like his new song, Oh No.
I mean, no more wretched hive of scum and villainy than the Tang gang.
You're too funny.
Was that back when they were tart?
Oh no, but they were
at the Atheist Roundtable.
Yeah, the Atheist Roundtable. Actually, right after that,
okay,
they were just starting Tang up. So, and I don't know do they still have tart? I don't know.
No, they don't.
So it's totally gone now. Okay,
it's rebrand, yeah.
But I was actually working with them like right before COVID hit to have the first Better conference, and then everything kind of fell apart because of COVID.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's funny. That's funny. But,
why don't you come to the after party with them jokes, Mr. Sir?
Oh,
Mr. Sir.
Mr. Sir.
You always want to joke from the sideline. Why don't you come on up stage, grab a microphone? Come on up here. You be all right. Come on up here. So sick of you being funny, you little asshole. Quit ripping me up. It's so funny. I can't laugh at it though because it's about me, so I gotta act like it's not funny. It's not even funny.
I'll laugh for you.
Weak ass joke. I like the sweater.
Now I can't stop seeing it.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to put on my Freddy Krueger sweater now.
I'm leaving.
They even have the glove somewhere buried away. It's a cheap ass plastic one that you used to get from like Spencer's Gifts or something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah. So I was on that for a while, and then I'm the executive director of a nonprofit, and it just got to be a little bit too much. And so I just scaled back, and I love being on Skeptic Haven. I love doing the Women Atheist Unload on Saturdays. And we have other hosts, so I don't have to be on every Saturday. which it makes it really nice. And then I really love doing the sunny spot. And the cool thing is I have a lot of scientists and stuff, and that really gets my nerd happy up. I love getting excited about nerdy things.
Yes,
So.
absolutely. We do a lot of that here.
And for the record,
Lego and Marvel and Star Wars and you name it.
And for the record, I was warm.
Were you?
I was warm. That's why I took it off.
Right. Yes. We hear.
Wasn't this supposed to be some sort of secret symbol that everyone, you shouldn't do this anymore? What the hell was that all about?
Oh, because the white supremacists took it.
What?
And they were making it into like a W, and then the circle of your hand would be a P, so it was like a white power thing. So they would like throw it in photos and stuff like that. Yeah.
Wow, that's stretching it.
No,
that's the way that they did it. They made it was like.
So they would just do it all the time, everywhere. So then you would see like politicians, and then you would see like politicians doing it and stuff like that, who were like kind of parts of the same group, and we're like, man, y'all ruined the punch you in the arm game. Ugh, we can't have nothing. Can't even have USA chants anymore without feeling guilty about it.
Well, every time I see someone do this, I try to put the finger in there, right? Or else
cornhole. That's the game. And then you like trick your friends into looking, and if they can't get it, then you can hit them.
Yep.
Not no more.
Yep.
They ruined
a lot of black eyes back in the day. It's really funny because we used to do like sitting in restaurants having coffee, and then there'd be like a breakout of a fight or something. We'd get kicked out of there.
It would come to blows.
Yeah, literally. And it's like, this is just a game, you stupid. Anyway.
Fight him. So
BB's back in Hawaii apparently. I'm showing off being in Hawaii.
I wish I was.
That's why he can't make jokes. You know what I'm saying?
Way too close to a volcano for my liking.
He lives in a fucking tropical like, shut up. Don't make fun of us. I live on dry land. You don't know nothing about that.
I live on a delta that's going to disappear if an earthquake hits here.
Yeah.
All the buildings are just going to start shaking and bloop, that's it. Yeah. Part of the whole cascade of the San Andreas fault lines, all the ones that branch off. I'm on one of them.
The Ring of Fire.
Yep.
We started actually having some earthquakes here because of the fracking. We never had earthquakes here. Now we've had a couple. It's very interesting because we don't have that. Are you in? North Carolina.
Oh yeah, that is very unexpected.
Yeah.
Well, the fracking will make all the ground resettle, right? So that's what you're feeling is the ground all resettling and stuff like that. So it's going to shake you up a little bit.
Yep. It's pretty wild when you're not used to it, and all of a sudden it's like, why is everything moving? People come out of their house. What was going on? And here over in California, y'all like, what? That was like Tuesday. We don't. It's like our Tuesday. We don't care.
That was a little baby.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I remember I have some friends of mine that live in the building here are from Ontario, and they don't really get them there. Although they end up nowadays they get fucking tornadoes for some reason. But when we're sitting down there and an earthquake hit, and it was a small one, but you could feel it roll through the floor, like it moved right through the floor.
Oh wow!
Tremors.
And she freaked out. She's like, "Oh my god! I knew it was gonna happen. We're all gonna die. I want to go back to Ontario." It's like, holy shit! Settle down.
She's totally right.
You want these to happen, because when they happen, the big one ain't coming anytime soon, because it's relieving the pressure. So relax.
I have to say, I'd probably be her. I'd be freaking out.
Yeah. I'd be out there with a shovel.
Feels really cool though.
I'd be out there with a shovel and all the cracks. Like, come on, help me fill this in before we die.
There's no cracks. This feels like a land wave moving underneath you. Is all it is.
Get your shovels, everyone. That's the only way.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone knows what I'm talking about. It's the same area. She's in Seattle. I'm here. Fish. We have top fish bottom human mermaids here.
What the hell?
I'm not. Well, actually,
Starbucks.
Anjur's on the show on Thursday, so we'll have to riddle about that one.
Absolutely.
Starbucks.
I have like images. I'm very creative, and so as soon as I read those words, it pops in my head, and I see a fish head with a butt, and
Fucking twerking. Fish twerking.
I see that now. Don't do this because it's in there and I can't unsee it.
It's in my head again.
I can't think about half fish people because this will go down a very dark road. And then I'm going to start thinking of different kinds of fish, right? Because what if there's a flounder mermaid?
I heard she's pretty flat.
That's what I'm saying.
Sorry, Ed. Neil's making it worse.
Oh my God.
Jellyfish mermaid. Sea turtle mermaid.
Shark mermaid.
Yeah, sharmaids.
Sharkmaids.
This is so different than my show.
Oh, Sharknado. Sharknado.
Yeah, I think we're onto something.
Blobfish mermaid.
Jellyfish mermaid.
Things? They're the most depressing looking animal that there's ever been.
Blobfish, the big nose.
That's great.
Yeah, they just have the little Squidward nose sitting right there, just looking very upset about their life choices.
Octo mermaid. Octopus mermaid.
Gosh.
Wasn't there a James Bond movie with that? No, that was Octopussy. Never mind.
Close. We're getting along the same line.
And that's when Sean Connery shows up.
That was Roger Moore, you noob.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I mean, both of them happened like 50 years ago, right? So it was.
No, it wasn't 50 years ago.
I saw that when it debuted in the theater. Oh, mind you, I am 55. That was like 70s, 80s. Roger Moore was like 70s, 80s.
I was closer than I wasn't. Octopussy. Oh, put this in a private window. 1983.
Yeah.
Was it really?
It was still one of the best lines in any James Bond movie. Oh, looks like we've got company. It's okay. It's a company car.
Oh my gosh. Stephanie's
yelling at me. Damn it, Neil. Oh, what? What'd I do now?
You know what you did. It's what you didn't do. So back to your deconversion.
Okay, that's why we were here originally.
Was there any kind of like purity culture that you had to go through, like things that they wouldn't let you do because that was sinful, like don't wear that clothes or you can't wear makeup or go to this party, like that kind of stuff?
Yeah, well, when I was in the Seventh-day Adventist, we had a lot of rules. We weren't allowed jewelry was not good. Jewelry was kind of sinful, but we could wear a watch. So when to marry him.
Whoa. Everybody left and came back on me. Hi.
What the hell was that?
I don't know.
Everything just went squirrely.
One of those waves on the internet, man. Just like them waves in your living room.
It's the field of Seventh-day Adventist. I start talking about it and they just take us out.
Cut the feed.
Yeah, God was like, watch this.
Yeah.
I'll prove to you I exist. I'll fuck up your internet.
But yeah, we weren't allowed to wear jewelry. And so when my dad asked my deconstructing pedal, revoke, when my dad asked my mom to marry him, she put, I can't remember which side was single and married, but you would change the wrist that your watch was on to signify instead of having wedding rings. So
really?
Yeah. Yep. There was all kinds of weird ass things that we had to do. And it was very much purity culture. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. My dad sold Bibles for a living.
No
Oh
way.
wow, really?
Yeah.
Did he run all the Gideon ones to the hotels or something?
He would go door to door. And he would go to businesses and stuff, but he would also go door to door with his bag of Bibles and sell them. So obviously
Did he do good at it, or?
No, we were dirt poor. We were dirt ass poor. Like we had nothing. I mean, I remember
I've already got 15. Piss off.
Yeah, we lived in these crappy ass apartments, and we were walking into the apartment, and I bent down and saw a quarter on the ground. And my dad picked me up and said, "Hallelujah, praise Jesus, we have a quarter." And he even had a little budget book, and he wrote in there, "Praise God,
found a quarter.
My daughter found a quarter," and it was put in their budget. No, we were
Wow.
dirt ass poor.
So it's more like, praise God, somebody else is much poorer now, but we found the quarter.
Exactly. Isn't that totally crappy? I mean, if you really think about it, everything was devoted to the church. Everybody,
did that go into the tithing, or?
Yeah. Well, no, he actually used that for us. I don't remember what he got it for, but it was in his budget book, and it was.
Well, God took it from the plate and just dropped it in your apartment for you. That's
right. Exactly. That's
right.
Right.
The Lord moves in mysterious ways. Okay.
Certainly does, doesn't he?
Yeah. He didn't, get us enough food to eat, but damn, he gave us a quarter. So
yeah. Have a couple gumballs. There you go.
Yeah.
Or you know what? When you put this quarter in the little gumball machine, I'm gonna make 2 gumballs come out, and that's my.
Yeah.
You were gonna slide through that little gate.
Yeah. The whole time that I was growing up, there were different things. I remember feeling like.
Give your keyboard my number.
Oh,
Mikey missed that. Here, I'll show you. Mikey.
Oh, there it is.
I'm sorry. It was like gift wrap for me. I had.
That was. You can't help it. You have to go with that.
Sometimes you just got a volleyball spike a joke right into somebody's face. Just gotta...
Hi, student. I didn't know you left. Traitor.
Hey, STB. What was I saying now? You totally this.
Oh, we're talking about the quarter and God taking it from the.
Yes, and that's right. It just really sucks that people suffer, and it's supposed to be righteous. It just doesn't make any sense. We suffered for a long time. My family. I remember when we got our first black and white TV because, when he finally left that job and went to school, and we were able to start having things like a TV and things like that. It was pretty cool. But growing up, I was constantly worried about my own purity. I did rebel at a certain point. I rebelled. Ooh, did I rebel? My poor mom, she was not prepared for me at all. She was not prepared for me. But I remember even as I was doing stupid things, like I think I was in the 6th grade, 7th grade, and I would sneak out of the house and stay gone all night, meet up with friends, smoke and drink and stuff, just doing stupid things.
Good stuff.
Yeah, the good stuff. And then I would come home and I would be sick because cigarettes, when you're that young and you're not used to smoking, would just make you sick.
Just ruin your stomach.
And then I would sit there and feel so guilty. I remember laying in bed after that and thinking, I am a terrible person. Look what I've done. And I'm so lucky to have the things that I have, and God's blessed me in these ways, and I'm just screwing up. And then the next night I would go and do something stupid again. But it was like that cycle of, wanting to go out and do things and rebel, and at the same time feeling terrible and guilty about it afterwards. yeah, but I was fortunate in that my parents were no longer in the church, so they didn't force me to like wear, long skirts down to my ankles and, all that kind of stuff. I didn't have to do anything like that, but it was more of a mental thing.
I didn't want you to end up in an issue of Ankles Weekly, the Victorian sort of.
That's right.
A lot of people go for the swimsuit issue. I go for the sandal issue, which really shows off a lot of calf, a lot of ankle.
Look at those ankles.
Feet, of course, feet are a given, but yeah. Flip flop monthly.
Drooling a little bit.
Those bumps and ridges on that ankle, they just get you every time, don't they?
Oh, she's got a ankle bracelet.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
She's got an anklet there with her name on it. Must have got it for her birthday. Wow.
Mikey, come on, stop it. Damn it.
What is that, lotion?
Oh my gosh.
What are you talking about?
Did she put lotion on that ankle?
It's warm in here.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, little mister.
That was Lysol. You're spraying your face with Lysol.
Unclean.
I'm dirty.
I must be clean.
Ooh, that kind of felt good actually, because it's still like 30 fucking degrees here.
Oh, it's officially
in September.
It's about to be winter in Chicago. The lows are in the 40s already.
Oh no, I meant 30 Celsius, which is.
Let me translate into your non-freedom
like
units.
79, 80, something like that. 83 degrees.
Yep, that's how we were. We are so ready for fall. We really want fall to actually hit. Every year it gets warmer and warmer and stays warmer longer.
Yeah.
4.4 at night, Neil.
4.4
Celsius.
For you, yeah. It drops down to about 14, 15 here at night.
It's that bullshit. Windy as shit.
I like it.
I hate air.
It's nice and it's cool at night, but nice during the day.
I'm moving in with the Penguins.
Like Pittsburgh Penguins or?
Hell no. They suck. You heard me, Sweden. He loves the Penguins. I don't even know if they're good this year. I just know that I can get them.
Nobody knows if they're good this year. The season hasn't started yet. Some preseason, but that's about it.
So they've been cheating, is what you're saying. Okay. Sounds like
something
them.
like that. Yeah.
Sounds like them.
All I know is the Canucks did a 2-squad game in one night. Like one of the squads was here in Vancouver against Calgary, and then the other squad was in Calgary against Calgary. And we lost both games. So starting off just like normal. Here we go, Canucks! Yay!
Hey, I got an idea, guys. What if we went and played 2 games instead of one?
We had
game?
all the kids, right?
So they just is like, well, won't we just lose both of them, or we could get lucky and win one of them?
Yeah, that's exactly right. As your same temperate area as me is, I'm the AC during the day and heater at night phase of the year.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Tank top in the daytime, sweater at night.
Yep.
Everyone just wears their winter coat and shorts around here.
I just walk around naked.
Because you never, we can't keep paying off all these lawsuits for the.
Sure you can.
I set
up a fund for it.
Yeah, all these indecent exposures are just really adding up.
That's what Patreon is for.
Exactly.
No, you know what? I'm actually, by the way, folks, I'm going to let y'all know right now, I'm shutting down my Patreon. I appreciate everyone that has been a part of Patreon, but I'm shutting it down because of what they are doing. They are allowing people to start up Patreons as long as they're 18 years older. And it's people that these kids' parents are putting the kids getting naked on Patreon. And
What?
Patreon is allowing this to happen. I am shutting my Patreon down. I will not support a company that does that shit. So just so you know, you will no longer have to pay. And unfortunately, that means I will stop supporting a lot of my favorite YouTubers. But I'm not doing anything to support Patreon anymore. I'll probably put out a tweet about it or something at some point so that everybody knows. But I am not supporting Patreon anymore.
So how did you learn about this?
Yeah, I'm looking for it. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, it's disgusting. There was a girl talking about it, why she no longer has a Patreon as well, talking about they found a bunch and they have pictures of the Patreon with the children like 10, 11-year-old children naked, so they blur the picture. But but Patreon says, well, the person that started the account is 18 years or older, so that's fine. Right? It's like, no, it's not fucking fine. A, what kind of parents do this?
What?
B, like use their kids to make money? Like, come on.
Well, I plan on using my kid to make money, but that's just because she'll be cute.
But
to, like, take
in
her
that
clothes
way
off.
is what I mean,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. That's absolutely fucking disgusting.
I'm looking for it.
Wow. I
Join
really
button?
want to know more about this because that's what I actually do in my day job is I work with multiple agencies. We help kids who have been sexually abused.
Mhm.
And we provide therapy. We do interviews and medical
Bravo.
exams and, work to get perps prosecuted. I get subpoenaed quite a lot. I'm in court quite a lot. And
Good for you.
so to hear that is extremely disturbing to me because what you're describing is, I immediately start thinking, okay, they're blurring the pictures, but then if someone becomes a patron, are they then allowing them to see the picture unblurred? Is this trafficking that's starting to happen? Are these kids being abused, maltreated? And even if they're not in any other way than having their picture taken, that is still psychologically damaging. And once those pictures are out, you can't get them back.
Nope.
Gone
And they're just
forever.
out there. So what the crap?
It's heartbreaking and infuriating at the same time. Yes, native atheists, it would be illegal, but the people that opened the accounts were of age, and that's all that matters to Patreon.
But law enforcement could come on there and do investigations and prosecute those people.
I don't know what's going on about that yet. I haven't heard anything else about it, but I do know that it has been happening. And there are quite a few of them using their own kids looking sexy and wearing sexy outfits or naked or whatever. And like, it's like OnlyFans or something, but through Patreon, and people are looking at this stuff, and that's even more disturbing.
Wow. I do want to know more about it.
I'm reading something on it now.
Well, someone's saying that that apparently it's false allegations.
Yeah, they're denying it on their website, and then I'm reading this article.
Of course they are.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't know if they did it or not. So,
True.
like, people are saying that it happened, but people say a lot of things on the internet.
Well, when you see them scrolling through the Patreon with the pictures and stuff of the kids all blurred out or whatnot,
And Jer, I really like that comment. The only time I'm in court quite a lot where the appropriate response is good for you. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Put those fuckers away. Yeah, you would be surprised if you knew how many children are being abused every day.
Yeah. One of the songs I wrote is called Dollhouse, and it's about there's some guys out of Toronto, actually, that would go over to like Taiwan, Japan, whatever, places like that over in the Asian continent there. And they, in the poorer areas, say, listen, we'll bring your kids over here. You guys just give us enough money to get them over there. We'll set them up, and then they'll make enough money, and then you guys can come over, and these kids disappear into the sex trade.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Yep. Yep. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I was reading the article in Maclean's magazine. I was like, this is just brutal, and it just inspired me to write a song about it.
Well, in the U.S., 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys will be sexually abused before the age of 18.
Yeah.
And it's underreported, grossly underreported. So, this is a serious problem. It's a very serious problem. And stranger danger is rare. I mean, stranger danger is real, but it's the people who offend on kids the most, statistically, are people the child likes, loves, or lives with. They've been groomed. They're the pastor. Yes, they are the pastor, or the church van driver, or they're the coach, or, the person that always tutors all the kids in the neighborhood just because he likes kids. Or it could be women, or it can be a stepdad or a stepmom. So anyway, I will get off on a whole tangent on that because that's my life. That's what I do. I don't do those things. I work to fight against those things. Let me be clear. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'll do some digging on that. I hope it's not true, but it's certainly the person that I saw talking about it and showing some of the shots from there certainly looked like it was. Anyway, well, we have gone the hour. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do an after party. But before we do that, one of the questions I like to ask my guests, or we like to ask our guests, is if you could go back in time and see your younger self while you were still in there, what kind of advice would you give to yourself?
I would say run from that asshole. Do not give him the time of day. That would be the first thing.
Collect $200.
Exactly. But I would also say love yourself and stop putting your self-worth at the very bottom and thinking that you're never going to be good enough because these religious people have made you feel that way. You're absolutely good enough. I would have left religion a lot sooner. I wouldn't have spent so much time wasted on worrying about an invisible guy in the sky looking at every single thing I was doing and never measuring up. I mean, that's what religion tells us, is that we're all born sinful and we will never measure up. And what a shitty thing to do to kids. It's horrible. And so I would never engage in that. And I would definitely tell that guy when I was back in high school that I'm too good for him. Just saying.
For sure.
I can't go for that. No. And then you just like walk out of the room.
No, can
do it.
I just heard that fucking song on the radio today too. Well, Sonny, thank you so much for joining Mikey and me today on the show. It's about time we had you on here.
I'm so happy that you guys had me on. I had no idea we would, talk about Legos and keyboards and fish and stuff like that. We ran the gamut, so this is fun.
And Air says I need to have a join button so people can become members and whatnot. Unfortunately, I've been talking about this for a while, but I don't have anyone to make up the little things that you get, right? Little icon-y things.
I got better with Photoshop.
Oh yeah, so all right, we'll make some shit up, man. Do some like our little faces, maybe a hashtag coins one, or stuff like that.
Yeah, and HR is a professional. We just got to link up with her.
Were you trying to do that one too?
What?
The 6 for atheist notes. So Dave says that they found a little Miss Beauty Pageant stuff, and so maybe in poor taste, but it may be an overreaction, which I hope is the case. Because watching what I watched, it looked legit, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And there are already other people who are like, "I'm closing my Patreon, yada yada." So I'm like, well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I'm digging. Like from what it looks like, I haven't really seen quite enough to say that like it's even happening. Because, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really want to go to the sites, but I kind of have to go to, like, see if it's real.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like, do I want to do this on my computer? Where's that?
Just erase your browser history.
Where's that iPad at? I don't want that shit on my. I don't want that shit on my
neighbor if you can borrow
browser.
it. Yeah. Ask your neighbor if you can borrow his.
Hey neighbor, I didn't need sugar this time. Can I borrow your laptop? Nope. Didn't need charcoal. Just needed just need to borrow your IP address for a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to get caught up in some shit if it is real.
Yeah. All right. So incognito.
Yeah. There's no way the FBI, who is actually actively investigating this, from what I understand. So, if there is some
Patreon thing.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
So they're looking into it. So they'll let us know very soon if anything actually happened.
Very good. Very good. We'll find out. We will find out. Stay tuned, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on to the after party so we can talk more about it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Kira J.
Madam Who, if you worked as an artist, a web designer, or graphic artist, well, Mikey can handle this shit. Mikey can make up little things. We'll talk about that.
Mikey can do it. Mikey likes everything.
Mikey, yeah. How many times?
Damn that life cereal!
I
Ruined my life.
That stuff. Ruined your life cereal?
I have food allergies. I can't eat anything. I'm not that Mikey. I eat anything and I'll break out in a rash or my throat closes up.
Oh, great. Awesome. That's what we want. Here, Mikey, eat this.
Yeah, here, try it.
911!
He likes it.
Yeah. See, he's gasping in glee.
He's turning purple. That's his favorite color.
Really? Yeah, Philip, you are late. And besides, we still have to schedule you for the show, too.
Yes, we do. Yep.
He got us all together, but he's like, he didn't even say, I'll come on, too. Phil. I even talked to him better about this. So, we'll make it happen. I have all of October open. Like, not a single day is taken in October yet.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, you got to get on that. And Philip, you are next. You are on in October.
How about Thursday the 8th? We can get Tim because he has the food truck on Saturdays, and I kept trying to fill him in on the Saturday shows. He's like, "I have the food." I was like, "I am so sorry. I smoked too much." But he can probably do that Thursday or Tuesday. Oh, Tuesday's not Jer, right?
Mateo, Dean, they can all come on. Tuesday.
October 6th.
October 1st. Oh, sorry. October 6th is a Thursday. The 4th is a Tuesday.
Oh, scoot down a month, you damn thing.
Well, there's not going to be a show on October 20th, which is also a Thursday because that's my birthday.
Well, happy birthday.
He's going to go
He'll be older than shit.
Have some of those tater tots we joked about earlier at that senior special.
Be older than dino poop.
I should not even be talking because I'm not that far behind you, so I better behave.
Come on, you look amazing.
Well, thank you.
You're probably
I have two grandkids.
You're probably much closer to my age than Neil's age.
How old are you?
35.
No, I'm not. I am closer to Neil's age than your age.
What? I give you an out.
You did.
Slam the door in my face. So ungrateful.
Once you get to a certain age, you just don't care. I mean, you just.
I don't have the energy for your facade.
I just learned how to age well.
We can do this in the after party. So we're going to take a bit of a break in between the two shows, like 10-15 minutes or whatever. So we'll get the after party going sometime around 6:30ish or whatnot. So 6:30, I should say, Pacific Standard Time, but it just go the hours and people. I hate time zones. Well, too bad. We live on a globe. Deal with it.
Yeah.
But
unless.
But we are going to do that. If you're interested in joining us in the after party, just send us a message, myself or Mikey, a message on Twitter or Facebook or whatever social media platform you are friends or following us on, and we can get you a link and you can jump in with us. Except for Phil. I'm kidding, Phil. I'm totally kidding.
Damn.
It's like error fuck time zone.
Slammed.
But thanks everyone out there in the chat for hanging out with us. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's show. If you did, remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already.
Do that.
And you can also join my Patreon if you want. And speaking of which,
for now,
because I'm not going to shut it down until we figure this stuff out. So my amazing patrons, without you guys, this would be nothing. So thank you for everything you do. And yeah, until then, guys, like I always say at the end of the interviews, like the late, great Christopher Hitchens once said, it's called faith because it's not knowledge. And we'll see you guys next time. Link to the after party in the description box below. See you guys.
Bye.